Hello, everybody. How you doing? And welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune. We're going to find out whose day it is today. Libra. Libra took it 2 days in a row. All right, well then maybe this is for a different group of Libras. And to be fair, yesterday's reading seemed really, really specific. So let's see. What other placements might be significant to those watching? Especially if Libra's not your big three. We've got Scorpio. Let's see my Scorpio there. We've got Uranus. Can you see? And fourth house. All right. Scorpio fourth house, that would put you at what? Leo rising. You might also be that generation that has Uranus and Scorpio. You would be older than me. So you'd probably be in your 40s, 50s. All right, that just might be significant for someone, especially if it's a different crowd of Libras. Hey Rita, how you doing? It might be a different crowd of Libra. So if yesterday's Libra reading did not resonate with you, maybe today's will. We'll see. All right. It might even be a continuation of that energy. I don't know. I was guided to the Fairy Tale Lenormand, the Energy Oracle cards, the Naked Heart Tarot, the Mirror of the Soul Tarot. And we're just going to see what's going on. Okay. So also, in addition to these dice, Uranus could also be Aquarius, fourth house could also be Cancer. So Scorpio is also 8th house. Uranus and Aquarius would be 11th house. So any combinations of those things, you could also be, might be super significant if you're a Libra moon. You might have Uranus and Libra. Okay. Which means you would be even older, okay? Or you could have Libra ruling your 8th house, okay, which would put you as like a Pisces rising or something. All right. I think that covers that. I will say this too, just the dice energy in and of itself. 4th house is the home, it's maternal energy. It's where you live, you know, it's the location, it's mother energy. It's connected to Cancer and the moon. It's our emotions, it's our intuition as well. It's what's going on deep below the surface that we're feeling that we're not necessarily being open about it, right? It depends on how you are with feelings. But having Uranus there in Scorpio, it could be sexual, like downloads, like if you're in the middle of sexual acts, like you could be getting crazy revelation or downloads in the middle of it. Especially if you're doing it at home. It could also be really high speed. So things changing really, really quickly. And not necessarily in a transformative way, yeah, which is always good with Scorpio. But Scorpio can also be self-sabotage and take it too far, you know, as far as like intensity goes. Like they can go 0 to 100, and it can go from great to worse than you could have ever imagined. Really quickly. It also deals with addictions and things like that, deep-rooted trauma behaviors, okay, specifically. So yeah. Oh, let's get into it. let's see what this is about. All right, give us an idea of the overall, please, Spirit. For our Libras and or strong Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancerian energy. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So this is about seeing the signs and synchronicities, right? And recognizing that you are the storyteller, right? You're the main character and you're the storyteller of your life. Archangel Metatron is the scribe. I feel like if Archangel Metatron, who is, you know, an angel of synchronicity, an angel of, you know, the written story of life, this is about you getting onto your highest path by catching the cues, right? Catching the higher spiritual cues and trusting where they end up taking you. Let's get a little bit more with this, with the Lenormand. Okay. Okay. Oh. We got the snake, the birds, and the clouds. So here's the thing. The snake in the Lenormand represents like cheating, betraying, manipulative energy. Okay. Coming out with the birds. Birds are all about comings and goings, misunderstandings, verbal communications, small problems, right? Usually because people didn't think things through as much as they could have, should have, would have. It's also about pretending, right? People faking it until they make it, but not because they made it, but because they faked it well enough that people believed them. That's the little myth behind the story with the two different birds, because the one bird there was showing off his beautiful feathers, and it inspired the other bird who doesn't have those colors to steal those feathers from other birds and try and wear them and say that they were theirs, right? And this is kind of tied into the snake energy where there's some kind of manipulation going on. And then it comes out with the clouds. The clouds are depression, confusion, sadness, and things like that. I was like, why are you throwing yourself into the snake pit? That's what I just heard. Why are you pretending to be a snake when you're not a snake? Like, I'll give you an example. It's a personal example, but I was thinking about it today and the last couple days. I was thinking about like going back into like another regular, quote unquote, regular job, even though I'm doing fine with what I'm doing, right? Just thinking about something a little more consistent, keeping me on a schedule that I can kind of work around. And the more I think about it, it felt like that. Like I'm just throwing myself into the snake pit and I don't belong there. You know, it's not like I can't do what they do well. It's just that we are not the same. Like I even came to that conclusion the other day about people that I had on my Facebook, because I don't have many people on my Facebook profile. I have like just over 20 people. I haven't cracked 30 people because I keep my circle really small. And I was just realizing like I cannot associate with people who literally put their humanity second to money. I cannot associate with people who are so fucking fake it makes me ill. It makes me ill. I can't do it. And there were a couple lingering connections that I had from my previous corporate job. And I was like, I can't do it. Right? It's like, why are you in the snake pit? Unless I found a legit, quote unquote, regular job that put humanity before money, Like, money is great. It's necessary. We need it to live, but not at the expense of our humanity, not at the expense of our morals, not at the expense of other people and their feelings. Like, unless I found a corporate job like that, I don't want it. I cannot associate with that. That is not who I am. That's not what I represent. That's not what I aspire the world to be. Why would I throw myself in there and pretend like it's okay? I won't partake, right? I won't partake. It's that kind of vibe. Like, you've got to be able to follow signs and synchronicities that kind of light up and shine your way home, which is the top and bottom of the Lenormand, right? We got the house and the sun there. The house, the number 4 card, the sun, the number 31 card, which breaks down to a 4. It's that 4 on the dice, that Cancer home energy. It's where your soul sits safe. It's where your intuition feels good about the direction you're taking, right? You're not getting these red flags like, no, I don't know if you should do that. It's scary. No, it feels good. It feels exciting because you're in alignment with it. You know? Hey, Kristen, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's find out what's going on. We're going to start with the Naked Heart Tarot. That came right out. Another 4. So 4s might really be synchronistic for you. Okay. Even the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron card is card number 40. So still 4, right? What else? 7s might also be synchronistic. I got multiple 7s out here now. Yeah, clarities, please. Give me one more on that. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Swords. Top is the Hanged Man. Okay. Libra, Scorpio, Aqua, Cancer. Those who resonate, okay? I feel on a real deep level, and it might never come out of your mouth or whoever's mouth, right? It might never be voiced out loud. In fact, the exact opposite might be voiced, right? They don't believe in karma. They don't believe in heaven or hell. They don't believe in whatever. Someone deep down is like terrified, terrified of the repercussions when it comes to God or the divine for their actions. The Hanged Man on top, the 9 of Swords on the bottom, the Sky Father, the Emperor is under that, and then the universe. The universe, the World card is under that, and then the Strength card is under that. They are afraid, that 9 of Swords, they are afraid of spirit, God, source, creator, the power of spirit and the universe. Terrified. Terrified. As you/they should be. As it should be. And I don't say that like put the fear of God in somebody. You should be afraid of the power and the strength of the universe because it's unmatched. It means you can't unwit it or cheat it. You can't cheat it. Your energy speaks for itself. That's why you can't throw yourself in the snake pit. And every time you try, it hurts. Every time you try, it doesn't yield the result. You end up taking losses on top of it. Not only do you not get what you sought to gain, you take losses on top of it, and it's painful. Every time you try throwing yourself into the snake pit. You can't lie to yourself with the 7 of Swords. You can't pretend, right? This is on the Birds card. You can't pretend and put on some suit or some fancy clothes and pretend that that's where you're meant to be at just because you look the part. You might be intelligent enough to handle the part. You might be overqualified for the part. But to fill that role, your heart gets pissed. Your soul gets pissed. It's not in alignment with you. And every time you have to walk away from soulmates, you have to manifest new beginnings. Like there's always some divine happenstance that pulls you out the snake pit. Something happens. And so it's almost like you're afraid of choosing a path because you know the power of the divine. But it's like, if you know the power of the divine and how it works, then why would you try and force something that doesn't fit? Like, Jesus was the lamb. He was not trying to fit in with the snake pit. You know? He existed in defiance of the snake pit. I think that's kind of what you have to realize, is that it's okay to accept that you do not belong or fit in certain things. You don't. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it is meant for you to do it. I can hike a fucking mountain, but I don't have to prove something to somebody. You know? Like, I'll climb it if I want, if I feel like I'm pulled to be there and I'm doing it with the right people. But what if I just belong comfy in my bed? You know what I mean? My Cancer moon and rising just wants to fucking chill. So, you know, I think that whatever it is that you've been dealing with, Spirit is trying to get you into a new storyline, right? Archangel Metatron is reminding you that you are the creator of your life and you choose how it continues to work out for you. Well, Grace, I don't think I choose bad things that happen. Okay. Maybe you don't outright choose for bad things to happen. But there were choices made along the way that you went against some kind of niggling energy, you know, some kind of ping, intuitive something that said, maybe not. And the accumulation, the accumulation of those choices is what results in the fucked up shit. That's what results in the fucked up shit. You know, no toxic relationship, or at least not the vast majority of them. Maybe I'm sure some of them have, but not all toxic relationships started toxic on day one, right? Like usually a partner didn't put their hands on someone else on day one. But you got to that point where someone was putting their hands on you because other things that popped up along the way where it didn't sit right with you, you didn't address that correctly. For whatever reason, you did not address it correctly. The high choice wasn't made. And it resulted in what it resulted in. Like, that's what people have to realize. Like, I don't blame people anymore. I think it is sad when people choose the low road, when they choose to manipulate, when they choose to not have empathy, when they choose to not consider. I think it's sad. But I don't blame people anymore for getting that kind of stuff over on me. At some point, I have to accept the fact that I allowed it when I made certain choices that got me to where I was. Certain things didn't sit right with me. And I could have taken better note of it earlier. You know? You end up letting soulmates go. It's fucking sad. The 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. You end up letting people go. Because you can only hold on to someone who is misaligned with you for so long. It really is depressing. It's stressful. It causes anxiety. It causes feelings of inadequacy. It causes feelings to come up of not being good enough, of being in fear state. Like, it is sad and depressing, and you're constantly in a state of confusion if you are not walking away from the wrong soulmate and manifesting better. You know they're not in alignment with you if they bring up those feelings. Like, period. There is no exception. They're not in alignment with you. If they cause depression, if they cause confusion, if they cause sadness, they are not in alignment. They're not in alignment. They're not in your highest good. Highest good don't feel that way. Clarify this further for me, please. What else does Libra need to know? No, Spirit's saying keep it there. Okay. What else? Two more. Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords came out yesterday in the read. They're both back out here. I feel like this is different. I feel like this is a little different, though. We got the Princess of Wands. Okay. 2 of Coins is on the bottom. Chariot's on top. Okay. We got the Fool with the Lovers in the reverse, the 10 of Cups with the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords with the Princess of Wands. I think Libra, Scorpio, Aqua, Cancer, I think if you take a radical leap on leaving someone, it's like all the freedom to feel full and be creative is there. The clarity comes and it's so inspirational. That's what that feels like. It might require some humbling because the Queen of Swords in this deck is carrying the ghost of a masculine's head in her hand down here. You could be dealing with strong fire or strong air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. I got Jupiter out here, so could definitely be Sag, or even Pisces, because we got the Hanged Man, so Pisces could be here. We have the Magician here, Virgo, Gemini. We've got Cancer here. I think you'd be surprised how happy you'd be if you just let some fucking partner go. The Lovers in the reverse, you got to take a chance on letting them fucking go. Like, just fucking do it. Start acting on it. Make that definitive choice for yourself to let something or someone go. And doors to happiness will open. Doors to happiness will open. You just got to fucking do it. Yeah, you just got to fucking do it. Let me pull you a guidance card. I might go live. I might spin that wheel again, since Libra ended up twice in a row. I might do another one. What's the guidance, please? What is the guidance, please? Besides letting something go that's painful, right? Holding on to misaligned soulmates, you got to let them go. You have so much, someone has so much anxiety about the divine and punishment. Like, they're afraid that they're going to leave whatever they've got to go towards whatever they want, be denied it by the divine, right? They can't have it, that they would be barred from it and end up losing everything in the process because they can't go back to what they've left, but they can't have what they were going towards. And I think that's a big fear, that they are not worthy of what they want. Feel your fucking feelings on top. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Quit going back to people, places, and things that make you unhappy. Were you sad when you were getting drunk all the time? Quit that. Do you drink every time you see that friend, even though you don't want to drink because it makes you sad? Quit that friend. Does Forever 21 make you feel fat? Tell Forever 21 to fuck off. Does that lover leave you feeling unlovable? Don't go looking for loving from that lover. It may not be easy, but it's simple as fuck. It may not be easy, but it's simple as fuck. That's great advice. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. And Libra, that is the message. If you can't stay where you're at because you're miserable, and for whatever reason you can't get what you want because you don't deserve it, for whatever reason you can't go back and have it, trust you are not meant to stay where you are, though. And that whatever will open for you for leaving what is not in alignment with you will be worth leaving what makes you sad. Okay? Let the universe take the wheel. You might just be surprised. All right. I'll see you guys again in just a few. Bye.